Welcome back, friends and fellow car mechanics. Car Mechanic Simulator 2021 and the new series that I am tentatively calling Movie Car Recreations. This will be episode 1, and please bear with me as I've gone back to keyboard and mouse, as my controller is getting kind of stuck with the sticks. Essentially what this series is going to be is we look for cars in the junkyard, like this Mustang. I didn't want exam mode. And it's a Saleen S281. So we could take this Mustang, and though it did not play a prominent role in Too Fast, Too Furious, we could take it back to the shop, paint it red, and do it up as the red car that gets crushed by the semi-trailer on the highway. Again, I'm sorry about the camera. I'm gonna have to make some adjustments. That's base game Dodge Viper. We have a convertible Mustang here. But off the top of my head, I can't think of any iconic movie cars that used a convertible Mustang. Is this junkyard going to be Mustang heavy? Because we have another Saleen S281. Now we do have a Skyline here. It's not the one I would want to take to make Brian O'Connor Skyline out of, as that config is available. Got a Lamborghini there. Got a base game Corvette. Now I do have some cars at the shop already. Another base game car. That's a hot rod. We have a 458, which we'll be getting to in our other series shortly. That's the base game version. So far what I'm seeing in this junkyard is a true disappointment. We got another Saleen here. But here we have an Evo VII. which we could very much take back to the shop. We're going to close this for a minute. I want to take a look around. Of course, it's missing all of its body panels, so we'll have to do some searching for that. We got an S2000 here, which looks kind of strange in the way it's set up. Couple of stock cars. BMW. That could be good for the transporter movies. Oh, that's the 850 Ci. He didn't drive an 850 Ci. He drove sedans. Okay, so it looks like the Evo is going to go back to our shop. And this is being done in sandbox mode, so money is not an object. And this is a base game BMW. Okay, so I am not going to do a lot of junkyard hunting in this one today. We are going to go ahead and go back to the shop, and I will see you there. Okay, and we're back at the garage. We're going to go ahead and move this over to the wash booth. Now, we have two separate options we can go with for this Lancer. We can either go with the red one from Tokyo Drift, or we can do the yellowish lime green that is the Brian O'Connor Mitsubishi Lancer from Too Fast, Too Furious. Okay, we're already starting off great. That part was no good. Neither was the bumper or the trunk. Tail light's good, but no guarantee repairable. Right fender is repairable. Well, at least the front bumper's repairable. Okay. So we have the body stripped down. Let's go ahead and see So it looks like the car is black in color. We'll get this moved out of the way. And let's see what we have suspension-wise underneath this car. I know front-wise it's going to have a McPherson strut A-arm. Okay, well, I'm going to back out of this because I got to get used to how to move the camera. Regular independent rear suspension. No oil pan as expected. Oh, okay, there we go. Now, for this series, in the shop, the only things that I'm going to be able to purchase are what are considered consumable. So, like this sway bar front end link, that would have to be purchased. Power steering reservoir, windshield washer reservoir, obviously the bushings. Small intercoolers can be found. Those can be found and repaired. We're going to go back to disassemble. Wheel hub bearings can't be repaired. Brake pads can't be repaired. Neither can the shock absorbers, so we will put all this stuff on our shopping list. And now what we want to look at, that rim looks pretty good. So we'll take that off. I can honestly say this is about what I expected condition-wise from the junkyard. Which is, okay, parts to add. Outer tie rod, inner tie rod. Because we don't as yet know which car we're going to do, I am going to avoid buying the polyurethane bushings. Okay, so we need a front steering knuckle. So we need to change this. Sort by arrival. We're going to need drive shaft, front steering knuckle, and a lower suspension arm. We're going to need a performance gearbox, but we'll get that. Always need a clutch release bearing. Always need a pressure plate, because they're not repairable. Flywheel is not repairable. Okay. Question is our steering rack? It is not. So we'll go back into the inventory. We'll add that. Our brake caliper cylinder is not repairable. Now just bear in mind this is a new series, so a lot of the stuff we're going to need, we're going to either have to find or we're going to have to purchase if it's not a repairable part. So for instance, the paint, I can already see that's going to need to be sprayed. Obviously, painting the car comes with the territory. And you'll always have to paint a car, so shocks are never repairable. So let's swing the camera around a little bit. Gonna add that, add that, add that, because those are never repairable. Again, not repairable. Actually, I want to escape out of that for a minute, because that's not going to be repairable. I can tell just by looking at it. And just because I put it on my shopping list doesn't mean we're going to buy it. When I go to the junkyard, I can view my shopping list and see what parts are needed. So that actually helps me when I'm searching the junkyard to know exactly what I'm looking for. Unfortunately, when it comes to performance parts, you don't run across them too often in the junkyard. So for that, we will have to purchase. If, like in the case of this Evo, they were meant to be performance cars. The red one from Tokyo Drift was a drift car. And Brian's was just a regular tuner car. Well, we're going to need to buy performance parts for them. Unless we get lucky and find them in the junkyard. Now, when I said I had a car already here at the shop that we could use, it was a bare frame car that I had found in the junkyard. And it was a Volkswagen Beetle. And we're going to come here because we want to look at liveries. Well, we know that's going to be the Brian O'Connor livery. Drift will probably be, yeah, that's the Tokyo Drift livery. The Paul Walker, Brian O'Connor. So far as liveries, we have the Tokyo Drift in red, black, and white, or yellow, lime green, blue, and white. I am not going to paint the car yet because I want to see what my audience's suggestions are going to be. Whether we do the Tokyo Drift EVO or the Too Fast, Too Furious EVO. So definitely, by all means, leave your suggestions in the comments underneath this video. And whichever of the two EVOs gets the most upvotes will be the color this gets painted. Wait, I know we had the front bumper. And what else did we have body-wise? Right fender and right taillight. Okay. As you can see, I have a lot of body parts for cars. Oh, right fender, right taillight. So one more time, in case you guys aren't familiar with the Tokyo Drift livery, you can kind of see it on the front end of this car. Again, like I said, I am not going to paint the car just yet. I just want you guys to have a chance to look and see potentially what the car is going to look like. I will do some off-screen hunting for parts. And then in the next episode, hopefully, you guys have come back with your comments and suggestions as to what color we paint this car, red or yellow, so we know which direction we're going with it. regardless of direction, that tail light and fender will stay on the car. The front bumper may come off. I think I can give you guys... Yeah, here we go. So it doesn't specify what is Fast and Furious bumpers and what aren't. Well, this one it says is the one for the yellow. So we would have to look for front bumper I. If we go with the yellow livery. And we could swap out for these headlights, but they wouldn't actually go with the car. And again, the bumpers don't really say. So I'm guessing we could pretty much choose whichever rear bumper we wanted. See, we have plenty of options for this car. But we would have to look for trunk L in the junkyard if we go with the Brian O'Connor paint scheme. And this is saying that we would have to use tail light F for the Brian O'Connor one. Again, the yellow paint scheme. So, leave your suggestions in the comments. Do we go red? Do we go lime green yellow? Which movie car would you like to see? With that, episode 1 of Movie Car Recreations is going to be officially ended. We will pick up once there have been some comments left about where we go paint scheme wise. I may come back in a day or so to do another episode on the suspension. But again, that's going to depend because I need to know what color bushings to go with. So please leave your comments below. And if you like what you've seen so far, please hit that like button. If you want to share this video, feel free to do so. And if you are not yet subscribed, please consider doing so, as it takes only a second and costs you nothing, and it helps out my very small channel. Thank you. I wish everyone a good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are, whenever you may be watching this.